how are you all today? Wait, a little louder. Let me hear you. How are you? Okay, good. Well, take a deep breath. Is there anybody here today for the first time? I don't think so, since I recognize you all. Okay, so everybody stand. And let's lay an intention. You want to lay an intention down, Glenda? What would you like to lay an intention down for? Glenda, what do you want to lay an intention for?
Living a loving life.
Living a loving life. Y'all want that? Tina, what do you want to do? What do you want to lay an intention down?
Party.
Who would like to partay? All right, hit it, Robbie. Here we go. I'm gonna wash the dust off my soul. Gonna listen to some rock and roll. No care, come what may, I'm making a beautiful day. Mindy, I love that jacket. Gonna drive my car to the sea, swim out far, 'cause I believe that the waves will wash my gray away. I'm making a beautiful day. Carol, let me hear you say, everybody, oh, oh, my. So what are we learning to do, Dr. Eric? I'm learning to fly. Hey, what's that you're saying? Let's not forget we're alive. Okay, so we're gonna party, we're gonna love. Gonna drive my car to the sea. Nope. Swim out far, 'cause I believe that the waves, we sang this, will wash the gray. We had to say it again. I'll make this a beautiful day. It was really about climbing. Let me hear you say, here we go. Oh, oh, my. What are we doing, Mindy? I'm learning to fly. Hey, what's that you're saying? Let's not forget we're alive. All right, everybody, turn to one another and say good morning. Find somebody you don't know. I know you. What was that? Here we go. I'm gonna turn my enemies into friends. What's broken gets stronger, right, Aaron? When it mends. When we all come together, this song will say, let's make this a beautiful day. It's gonna be my beautiful day. Here we go. Oh, oh, my. What are we doing, huh? I'm learning to fly. Hey, what's that you're saying? Let's not forget we're alive. Everybody, here we go. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Here we go, now my intention. Let's make this a beautiful day. Yeah. Okay. Apparently we didn't need to climb that hill behind our house. Yes. So good morning, everyone. Y'all feeling good? And I want to say good morning to everybody online. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you all for joining us today. Is everybody getting their Christmas shopping done? Anybody have some left to do? Really? None of you? You're all done? Wow, I'm amazed. You're done, Mindy? No. Have you started? You know, I have the great fortune to have a husband that shops for Christmas presents all year long. His closet, I'm not allowed in his closet because he says, James, just don't go in there because there are things in there for Christmas. That's like in March. And I'm like, well, you could give them to me now. But he has so much stuff in there. We actually have to take it all out and throw it on the ground and go, so then we don't even remember who we bought them for. Well, I say we. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing. I have not started Christmas shopping yet. Anybody in my camp? Oh my God, look at you all. That's hysterical. But you get it done, right? And if you wait till Christmas Eve, it's really good because all these stores throw these huge sales down at Christmas Eve, like 60% off at 7 for All Mankind. I'm talking about you, Kevin. I know. What didn't I waited till Christmas Eve last year and you got the best gifts ever, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So anyway.
And lucky for you, I shopped all year so our friends actually had gifts.
What I like to say is this. I like to say, know your strengths and lean into them. My strength was marrying the right man, and I lean into it, right? Okay, so I invite you all to take a deep breath. Oh, wait, no, we come together every Sunday as a spiritual community to do one thing and one thing only. What is it? Are you wearing cat ears? You are wearing crystal cat ears. Go ahead, let me hear how you do it. Do you yell like a cat? I just looked over here. I was like, there's either cat ears or I'm in the middle of a stroke. That's amazing. They're really cute. So we come together to know that right where I am, God is. How's that? You know, those are great words, and it's turning into the rosary bead of GTC. Right, Steve? Steve just went, yeah. So what's it mean, though? Right where I am, God is. So today, as you sit here, Tiffany, I really want you to pay attention to who's sitting here in your body. Hopefully it's you, right? That you really pay attention, right, John? Really pay attention, like who's holding that guitar? Who's playing that guitar? You are, right? Okay? So we also remind ourselves of our vision statement, which is to love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. So take a deep breath. Come on up, ladies. So we sang this last week, and Mindy said we should sing it for meditation. What she really meant was, let's sing it and see if you can sing the right lyrics. But this is our theme this month. And it's a very important theme. And so were the lyrics that I didn't sing last week important. So just take a deep breath, close your eyes if you want, and just listen. I've seen much more than most, much less than some. Took a while to give up the ghost. I thought it'd never come. There were times, blood on my hands when I tried to wash it away. Outside the lines, I would stand without a soft voice to say, I'm here right now, not lost, but found, and everything I've done has brought me to you. Got a scar, I don't try to hide it, it's forever mine. Got a heart, took so long to find it, I can't remember why. You'll never know what you can be until you come to realize. In the rear view, all that has hurt you He's just a passerby, 'cause you're here right now, not lost, but found. And everything I've done has brought me to you. I'll hold my head high. You can see it in my eyes. I won't turn away. When the darkness comes, I'll stay. I'll stay, 'cause I'm here right now, not lost, but found. And everything I've done has brought me to you. Yes, I'm here right now, not lost, but found. And everything I've done has brought me to you. Yes, everything I've done has brought me to you. Take a deep breath. Robbie, just give me some piano there for a minute. So everything you've done your entire life, everything that's been done on this entire plane of action, this whole universal energy, all of it rolls itself out into this moment right here, right now. What if we were to call it all perfect? Everything, all of it. As it says in the song, all the hurt, all the pain, all the sorrow, all the joy, all the successes, all the happiness. What if we rolled all of that into one perfect understanding that right here, right now, everything has unfolded for the highest and the best, no matter what. I invite you to pay attention to anything that pops up and questions that. Anything perhaps from the past that shows up and asks you, really, this was perfect? And answer it back and say, yes. And I don't have to know why. I don't have to know why people leave us. I don't have to know why certain things don't show up the way we want them to. I just have to know why I am here right now in this moment. And it's to express that truth, that right where I am, God, perfection, love, creativity, joy, happiness is fully, fully alive. So take another deep breath. Hold it for a little second there. And then let it go. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. How do you feel? Good, right? Good, okay. Thank you, ladies. So I'm going to make you feel even better. Is that even possible? I'm going to make you feel even better by bringing up Reverend Suzanne Benoit. You haven't been up here in forever.
Over a year, I
Oh, wait,
think.
let me get rid of this. It's over a year since you've been up here? Wow.
I didn't take it personally.
That's so funny because I always love being on stage with, Shirley MacLaine. No, when I first met Suzanne, which was 20 some odd years ago, when I first opened the church, she came in, I saw her sitting in the house and I was like, is Shirley MacLaine here? Oh my God. Because it wouldn't be surprising that Shirley MacLaine would show up at some obscure church about New Thought,
Of course.
And then we got closer, and I realized you're much prettier.
Thank you.
So, what do you think? What's our theme this month? Obviously, we just
Our
did
theme
it.
is here and now.
Here and now.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that?
Well, I've thought a lot about it this week, and it continuing right until that song, because I had a song in my head that we sing. It's like, in this moment, in this place,
Oh, yeah.
I remember who I am.
Oh, we should do that next week.
And that just sticks with me
Yeah.
constantly. And then I was doing some reading this week and in Eckhart Tolle, and he talks about how the moment that exists is life, and that most people live their lives in the opposite way, using moments as stepping stones to the future, which is thinking of the moment as a means to an end.
As opposed to a means itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, an end itself.
Yeah. And then I was thinking about how so many times we talk about being in the moment in meditation. And I thought of other times that I find meditative. And I always used to find, like, being on stage to me was always meditative, because somehow that all became like one huge moment. When you're doing that, you don't realize that 2 or 3 hours is going past, just like all one time. Sometimes I find sitting in a traffic jam to be meditative, because if I'm stuck there, I'll just make peace with it, and I'll look in the wonder of, I love trees, and if I have to go over the canyon a lot. So if I'm...
Right, because you work in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there stuck, but I look around me, and it brings me to thoughts of abundance, because in that moment I am seeing a multiplicity of different kinds of trees and leaves and everything. My God, how
Which you wouldn't see if the traffic was moving.
Right. How can there be so many, and they're all so different and so perfect? And so I love that. I love...
I'm the same way with traffic. I don't get... How many people here get crazy when traffic stops? Oh, Dr. Liza's hand. Dr. Liza's hand went up first. Right. So do you... I know you do, Kevin. Kevin, I'm always like, Kevin, relax. We'll get there someday. But I'm the same way. I'm like... now that I'm listening to Barbra Streisand's book, which is 69 hours, I'm covered.
69
I'm covered.
hours?
It is. It's 69
my God.
hours. That woman sat and talked for 69 hours. But some of it's, she plays some music too during it, but it's amazing. But it just keeps me going, keeps me, I can stay awake and aware and happy.
I don't know. To me also, the moment is love. I'm all about love. I've always have been. And I find moments to me, like right now, everybody talks about the rush of Christmas and everything. I am in hog heaven, because to me, as I wrap a present to somebody, I'm thinking about that person. The love I feel for that person is coming out. I used to, years ago when I had the time, I would make all my Christmas presents. I don't have that anymore. Every now and then.
But every year, there is a Christmas present on my doorstep, and we know instantly, don't we? When we walk up and see it, we go, Suzanne. Because it's so beautifully wrapped, and yeah.
Well, and every now and then, if I have the time, I'll take one gift that I'll make. I'll do like a needlepoint Christmas stocking or a needlepoint pillow. And that is a time throughout the year when I have such moments as I'm working on that. I'm thinking of that person. I'm thinking of the love that I have for that person. And the people that I've given those things to, they all tell me it feels great, because when I put it up, I think of you, and I think of the love that you have for me for doing that.
You gave us an urn one year, a beautiful colored. It was just it sits right at our mantle.
Yeah.
And it holds our last 2 dogs' ashes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
Thank you.
It'll
What
get
an
2
honor.
more, and then we're done. But not now. A long time from now.
But I think for me, the revelation this week was, as I reflected about moments, is it how many moments I've uncovered I didn't realize were actual moments.
Yeah.
You know, to me, they've
Because,
just been,
because if we're not willing to be present, we miss the moment, but it becomes a moment when we're in the present looking back at the past. How many of us have created moments from the past, but we haven't really we haven't learned the craft of living in the moment. Living in the moment. Oh, that's a Josh, what's his name?
Jason Mraz.
Jason Mraz, yes. Oh,
who
wow.
won first runner-up on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, we got first runner-up?
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. Okay, so what is our affirmation?
Our affirmation is, everything has brought me to this perfect moment.
Now, do you feel good about that?
I do.
Everything has brought you to this perfect moment. You all know, I mean, she hasn't been here for a year, so you might forget. She was a TV star. She was Gomer Pyle's girlfriend on the Gomer Pyle Show. Do you all remember the Gomer Pyle Show?
No, they're all too young.
No, they're not. She was Gomer's girlfriend on the Gomer Pyle Show.
Never forget that, will you?
I will never forget that. No, never. I had to go back and watch those episodes. Are you kidding? Yeah, she's in these little puffy dresses with that red hair, and you were just so chipper and cheerful and
dancing.
And dancing, and you just loved Gomer.
Do you know there was one that I saw, somebody told me about it, and I went to the other day, and it's a party sequence in a disco. It was those years. And I drag him into this disco, and I start dancing, and he gets lost, and he comes to find me, and who am I talking to who's flirting with me? Rob Reiner. That's before all the family. All the family.
Wow, cool. You must have tons of stories. And who's the guy? You had an acting coach, acting teacher that you worked with constantly. Who was that?
Oh, Jose Quintero.
Jose Quintero, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she's really quite a serious actress.
Tell how serious I am.
You were, though. I mean, even not on the Gomer Pyle show, but you were like heavy dramas.
O'Neill
and
yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so
that
look
was
at this
moment.
again.
This is the moment right now, and it's a perfect moment. So why don't we do the affirmation? I've said it once. Let's go. Everything
has brought me to this perfect moment.
One more.
So,
Standing up. How about it?
Stand up. Take the moment. Take
really
the moment.
Claim it. Claim it. Claim it loudly. Okay? Everything has brought me to this perfect moment.
Let's give it up for Reverend Suzanne.
Yeah.
You know that the Gomer Pyle Show is going to take a spike in views on YouTube shortly. So, okay, so everything has brought me to this perfect moment, and it's the perfect, first of all, it's the perfect moment where we get to hear Mindy and Carol sing a duet, But Again. So please welcome Mindy and Carol.
The power of now is always present, nowhere to be than where you are. The power of now flows oh so gracefully. The power of now is all so perfect, no one to be but who you are. The power of now flows oh so easily. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let the power of love is ever flowing, connecting us all to the one. The power of love unfolds so peacefully. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. 'Cause everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of love. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. And be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of right now. The power of now. The power of now. The power of now.
Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was just amazing. Oh. Hui. I was just sitting there going, God, I wish we had a recording of this. Then I realized we do. But you two should record that. You really should. I would love that on Spotify to just be able to pull up. Wouldn't you all love to just be able to pull that up? And yeah, just amazing. So, the lyrics in this song are so potent. Right at the beginning, it says, "There's nowhere to be than where you are." I don't know that I've lived my life that way, my whole life. I think I lived a big portion of my life, certainly as an actor, where there was always somewhere to be other than where I was, because I was aiming at something. I wanted to be there. And I remember when I got there, I was like, Peggy Lee all of a sudden, is that all there is? You know, because it was like, okay, so this is not what I thought it was going to be. And so I wasn't really in the present moment thinking of there. And when I got there, I wasn't in the present moment because I was thinking of it, I thought it was that. Anybody else? I mean, just throughout life. And so this lyric, there's nowhere to be other than where you are. There's part of me that wishes I had found this philosophy when I was in my early 20s. I certainly wish I had grown up with it. because I would have had a much different life than I had, which is not to say that I don't appreciate my life and that I don't know that everything happened exactly the way it should. But I do have that understanding that, boy, if I knew that there was nowhere to be other than where I was, I'd have probably had a better time of it. Anybody? I'd have been happier. I'd have been more content with the life I had. And even now, there are moments when I still struggle with that concept of there's nowhere to be other than where I am. But it's something to really focus on, don't you think, Liza? You and I have talked about this. Like, this is it. This is it. This moment, this day. I mean, how many times have you looked back on your life and thought, oh my God, or pictures of yourself? How many people go back and look at pictures of yourself and go, oh my God, I was so hot? And then remember, and when I was there, I thought I was so skinny and unattractive. Think about, I mean, right now at least I say, I'm gonna know how good I look at 69, because when I'm 94, looking back at these videos, I'm gonna be like, really, you had a problem? But I sounded like Barbara. You had a problem with that. So, nowhere to be other than where you are. I'm just gonna give you little nuggets today to think about adding to your life, right? And then the next line was, nothing to be than who you are. How many of you throughout your life have gotten stuck with wishing you were someone else? Or wishing you had something someone else had? Or wishing you looked like someone else? It's funny, because we're hitting a nerve here? Okay. It's funny, because someone asked me, they said, it must have been so hard having Tom Cruise as a roommate because he's so gorgeous. And I was like, actually, he was 18 and I was 25. He was a skinny little pimply kid from New Jersey, and I was gorgeous. I didn't have that problem then. Nothing to be other than who you are. Of course, that means you have to know who you are, doesn't it? It means you have to not only know who you are, but you have to be willing to accept who you are. And I mean the good, the great that you are, the greatness that you are. You have to be in touch with that you are all that. Do you know that you're all that, Mindy? Well, someone just said she does. Yeah. But think about it. No, you don't all the time. I don't all the time. You know, as people, how many people here are good with getting compliments? Yes. Yes, you are. How many people have a hard time hearing your compliments? Have a hard time taking compliments? How many people don't care one way or the other? Because that's also a problem, apathy. But that's a big thing. You know, are you comfortable when someone says to you, Aaron, you are an amazing bass player and a beautiful person? How's that feel? Like all these people looking at you knowing this. A little uncomfortable. Yeah, it does. It gets uncomfortable. Try that back to me. I will not be uncomfortable in the least. Although if you tell me I'm a good bass player, I'll be like, no, not so much. Right? And then this lyric, be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. How many know-it-alls are here? Tiffany, I love that you rose your hand. But I don't think you are anymore. I think you live way more in the place of, I know nothing, now what can I know? Right? And that's really what they're saying, you know? Be willing to let go of everything you think, and here's the operative word there is, be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. You don't need to know anything other than that last thing. Because once you remember that last thing, you pretty much have everything else covered. You do remember who you are. And then the next line, which I love, and Carol, I loved it because when you got to it, when you got to this next line, you said, be willing to let go of all you need to know. And then when you got to the next one about be strong, your whole body bends. Because that line, it's an amazing lyric. Be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. Who are my control freaks in the room? I think a lot more hands need to go up. I know, Corrine? No, not at all? No, okay. Okay. That's not a judgment at all. Yeah, it's just an opinion. Be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. I am not a control freak.
Oh, yeah.
See, I know how to tell a joke. But you know what? I've gotten much, right, Thor? 100%. Thank you. I have gotten much better. But can I tell you, you know this, Steve, because you're a control freak.
Just ask Kevin.
No, I'm going to Diane's husband. My husband's taken a lot today. So you know, though, isn't it difficult to be a control person? Like to have to be in control?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It's frustrating because no one ever does it the way you think they should, right? Okay, so no one does it the way you think they should. No one does it as well as you do it, Jim, right? Absolutely, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly. Carolyn, you're like that. Can anybody do anything as well as you can do it?
Hardly anybody.
So there you go. So that's the thing. So be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. I can tell you, running a spiritual center for the last 20 years, I believed that if I did not take control of everything, it wouldn't get done, or Kevin and I, because we've done this together as a team. But if we didn't take control, because you also have some controlling things going on, don't you think? Wouldn't you say?
I have to control you.
The pleasure of controlling me is his gift this year. That's it. So yeah, it's difficult. And so I love this. You got to be strong to let go of the control. You really do. And I have to say, it has been an interesting journey and a long journey, but in these last 2 months, since I've had some interesting physical journeys and continue to, I'm realizing letting go is not as easy as I thought. And letting go of my schedule, letting go of what I think I have to do, letting go of, it's just amazing how much energy it takes to let go, to really let go. You know that next saying, let go, let God? Well, for us, it's let go, let go. Just let go. So for everything goes away. Let everything wash away. Bless you. It's true. Everything that you think you need to control today will be gone anyway tomorrow. It'll be handled. Do you ever stand in something that seems like it's not going to resolve and you're like, well, there's going to come a time when this is done, when I'm not even dealing with this, when this is in the past. Hakuna Matata, in the past, right? To know that in the moment is very helpful. The power of now connects us all to the one. So the title of my talk today is, How About Now? What about now? How about now? What about now? I actually thought it was how about now. Did I write how about now here? Yeah, I did. Forget that. It's the same thing, though. It's like, what about now? Like you know so much of everything that's happened up to, but what about right this moment? What about right this second? So I have some quotes for you. Begin to be now what you'll be hereafter. William James. Begin to be now what you'll be hereafter. How many of us have spent so much of our lives waiting to become something? Waiting for something to evolve, waiting for something to be, waiting for the right person to marry, to fall in love with, waiting for the right job to give me what I want, waiting for ... whatever it is. William James was one of the great metaphysicians. And that understanding, begin to be now what you'll be hereafter. I have a number of projects that I'm very excited about, and I have a house guest with me this week who's my oldest friend, who we were talking about these things, and he just looked at me and he went, so do them. And I thought about it, and I thought, oh my God, I have a number of these projects over here. This is going to happen eventually. Eventually. How many of you use that word? Eventually. Eventually I'll be happy, right? No, you'll just be eventually happy for the rest of your life. I will eventually be successful for the rest of my life. And it was funny how he said it, because I was explaining what these projects were, and I was explaining this play I'm writing, and he went, my God, you got to finish it. I mean, just do it. And I was like, yeah. What am I waiting for? What am I waiting for? What are we waiting for? What about now? What about now? And then I thought to myself, am I writing every day? Am I involved in this every day? Am I spending my now, my present moment, doing what I say I know I'm going to eventually do? And if not, why? It's funny, Suzanne said about 5 times up here, when I have the time, if I have the time, I do these things. I think time can stop us. I think we can spend so much of our time thinking we don't have the time, and yet we do. Because who's in charge of your time? I mean, Kevin's in charge of mine, but who's in charge of your time? You are. Only you. So, Leo Tolstoy said, there is only one time that is important, now. It is the most important time because it is the only time when we have any power. So I just want to relate this to my writing. When I'm sitting at the computer writing a play or a musical or creating something or writing my book, I am fully present, fully tapped in, and the universe is talking through me, and characters come alive, and the power in that moment is palpable, and hours can go by. Hours, days can go by where I'm just in the zone, in the flow, and it's amazing. That's what he's talking about here. How powerful is it to keep saying, I'm going to do that someday? That's not power. I don't know what that is. It's hopes and dreams, and it's Burt Bacharach, hoping and wishing and praying and thinking and whatever. Those aren't the lyrics, but yeah. Yeah. So I get it. I really get it. The only power we're ever going to be able to tap into is a now power. It's in this absolute moment. Eckhart Tolle, yes. The moment your attention turns to the now, you feel a presence, a stillness, a peace. I would like you all to just take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a second. And put your attention on your body. On your body. Start at your toes and work your way up. If you feel any tension or any stress, just breathe right into it. Okay, now open your eyes. So what did you just do? If you did it, you just tapped into that power of now, his book. You just tapped into a moment where you put your focus, your attention, your energetic tool, your mind, onto your body. Did it feel peaceful? Did it feel good? Yeah. Do you do that a lot? I love that. No, I don't. Napoleon Hill, he said, your big opportunity may be right where you are now. Napoleon Hill was a master of prosperity, of understanding the way the mind works. And for me, when I'm constantly thinking about what may be, there's an anxiety attached to that. There's an anxiousness to that. And very often there's a, what am I waiting for attached to that? Or when I look back, it's funny listening to Barbra Streisand's book, and I would say buy the book and read it. It's phenomenal. But if you buy the Audible, listening to her read it is fascinating. Because you're like sitting at a table with her and she's talking to you about her life. And it's just great to listen to the perspective. But right at the top of her book, she talks about how thoughts have more power. Thoughts create our experience. She's like teaching science of mind at the beginning of the book. And she said, I always believed as a young girl that my mind, my thoughts, would create the life I got to live. Well, yesterday in the car, I said to Kevin, I'm going to ask you some questions, just answer it. Like the most famous person in the world, when I say most talented, the biggest star in the world. And I said, Barbra Streisand or Judy Garland? And he said, Barbra Streisand. I said, okay. Barbra Streisand or Meryl Streep? He said, Barbra Streisand. And I did a couple more. Did I do Taylor Swift?
You might have, yeah.
Did you say Barbra Streisand? Yeah. Well, that's because you're such an age, but most people would say Taylor Swift at this point. But Barbra Streisand, probably the greatest star in the world for decades, used this teaching. Used this teaching. And when she tells you all the stories she tells you about the things she did and the choices she made, you kind of remarkable. It's remarkable she got where she got to because of some of the things she decided to do, and she'd just say no to people. I don't want to do that. You know, Broadway show, I don't want to do that. When she was never in a Broadway show yet. So it's amazing, this idea. Your big opportunity may be right where you are now, because right where you are now, your mind is ready to decide whatever it needs to decide. So what do you got going? What do you all got going here? Huh? What do you got going, Audrey?
Dance.
A dance? To dance. So whatever you got going in your mind, Michael, Diana, it's a question you have to ask yourself. You know, what am I ready to do? To do in this present moment. Not what am I ready to maybe do later, but what am I ready to do right now in this moment? The last quote I have for you this morning is in honor for my husband. It's a quote from the Governor Ann Richards of Texas. She says this: "The here and now is all we have, and if we play it right, it's all we'll ever need." We spend a lot of time thinking about the things we need in life, things we need to be happy. Money. Money's a big one. I'm excited. I hope all of you take CPR in January. It's going to be a whole new version of it. But the idea that the prosperity is not something you need, it's something you have the opportunity to realize about who you are and what money really does represent. So the here and now is all we have, and if we play it right, it's all we'll ever need. So when I picked this theme for this month, I didn't really have a great idea of why. It just came to me, and I was like, well, I don't want to do a Christmas theme. I want to do this idea of being right where I am, where the power of right where I am. Get rid of all of this. I respect it and love it, but it's not who I am now. And get rid of all of this. I have great dreams and desires. I know you all do. But that's not here. This is here, right now. So it's all about choice. Are you willing to make a choice? So I have a question for you this morning. What will it take for all of us to live in the here and the now? What will it take you, and just ask yourself this, what will it take you to live in the here and now? And the question that this was based on today, what about now, or how about now? It's a charge to myself. What about now, in this moment? How about now? How about if I do it now? What's our thing? Do it now. Do it now, not later, not in the past, as if we could. So I have a tip for you. First, I want to ask you, are you willing to live in the here and now, no matter what? Are you willing to spend the rest of this month staying fully present, really living in the now? And if you find yourself drifting, I do have a tip for you. And it's your breath. All you have to do is take a deep breath, hold it for a second, in your mind say, I am here, and let it go. So everybody, let's all try that. Everybody take a deep breath, hold it for a second. I am here, and let it go. That simple little move will ground you right where you are, wherever you are, no matter what is going on. It's so simple. It's just, I am here. And then entertain whatever is going on. This holiday season, it is so easy to step away from being present because we're so busy buying presents and doing things. So I offer to you this holiday season, let's make it one where you are completely present throughout all of it. The hubbub, the craziness, even if you're rushing, you can rush. You can be present in your rushing. Anybody? You can be present. Even if you have to move things along, be present in it. Notice when you're letting yourself lag behind because you're so busy. I'm going to suggest that each one of us take the rest of this month staying fully present, fully awake, fully aware. Use that little mechanism of taking the breath, holding your breath, saying, I am here. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you. You are going to be happier. You are going to be healthier. You are going to accomplish more. You're going to realize more. And the power of this universe will be there for you to unlock and unleash every time you fully come to that present moment. So whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is you want to accomplish, whatever it is you want to make manifest in your life, your thought, your mind, your willingness to stay fully present will bring you to a place that you get to experience this year in the most fabulous way you ever has. Because if that's what you decide to do this year, and that means you make the intention, I am living the most fabulous holiday season I have ever lived, and I'm going to be wide awake, present for it. I am going to make sure that I stay fully present in the moment and enjoy it all. Who would like that? Yes. That's what we have before us. Namaste. Okay, let's all take a deep breath. Deep breath in. Oh. I want to say thank you to everyone who has already re-signed for 2024, and so many of you that are turning your giving into automatic. I so appreciate it. The Board of Trustees appreciates it as well. So take out your contribution this morning, your tithe, and here's the thing, since I'm expecting in 2024 not to have a lot of indoor giving, because you're all going to go to automatic giving. So just make sure you still take the basket. Don't just go, oh no, I give online. Take a second. Put your energy, your love, your generosity into the basket, okay? So take a deep breath. Robbie, a little bit of pretty music. Prosperity is my birthright. It's who I am. It's what I am. And in this moment, this present moment, I tap into that wellspring, that infinite landscape of giving. And I am so grateful to each and every person here for who they are, for what they give, for all the love that comes forth in this service, here and online. And I just say thank you. Thank you for the energy, for the love. Thank you for standing in the truth of who and what you are. I know this is so, and I just let it be so. As we say together, and so it is. I've got a roof over my head. I've got a warm place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting gifts instead of counting sheep. I've got a heart that can hold love. I've got a mind that can think. There may be times when I lose the light and let my spirit sink, but I can't stay depressed when I remember how I'm blessed. Everybody. let your heart think of what you're grateful for right now. Within a city of strangers, I have a family of friends. No matter what rocks or brambles fill the way, I know my friends will stay until the end. There is a power inside me. It's not a thing you can see, but on the road to this journey's end, this love will set me free through delight and despair. Always bright and always there. Everybody join us. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. Truly blessed and duly grateful.
Good morning. It's Sunday, December 10th, and here are your GTC announcements. Coming up on the calendar, our new Consciousness Studies class has begun. The Power of Questions, taught by Dr. Tiffany Mellon, takes place on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. There's still time to sign up for the whole class, or you can drop in for one class at a time. You can sign up for the class on our website. Just look for the classes link at the top of the page. After service today, the Wisdom Women will be having their holiday party at the home of Pauline Pancake. The festivities start at 12 noon, so bring a dish to share and a warm jacket or sweater. Need directions? See Pauline Pancake right after the service. We celebrate the holidays this Friday, December 15th, with our caroling get-together at the home of Dr. James and Kevin Bailey. Note this event is on Friday from 4 to 8 p.m. Bring your singing voice, an appetizer or dessert to share, and your holiday cheer on Friday, December 15th. This holiday season and beyond, GTC is committed to making a difference in the lives of our neighbors. Please bring non-perishable holiday food items to the center on Sundays. Finally, Dr. James's book, The 5 Questions, is now available on Amazon, both in print and as an ebook. To celebrate the book's launch, we're having a party next Sunday right after service. We'll have cake and champagne, and of course, Dr. James will be there to sign copies of his book. If you'd like to have your copy signed, we encourage you to place your order today or tomorrow so that you'll be sure to receive the book later in the week. And you can then bring your copy to the party. For the link to the Amazon site, go to our website. You'll see it right at the top of the calendar page. You can always find out what's going on by visiting our calendar on the website. To find it easily, just use your cell phone on the QR codes you see throughout the sanctuary. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Thank you, Thor. So people in our neighborhood are already stopping us as we're walking the dog saying, when's the caroling night? Because they want to make sure they are home for the caroling. So who's coming to caroling? Raise your hand. Good, that's great. If you don't have your hand up, get the address and come. Today is Carol's last Sunday before she goes home for Christmas. So we will wishing you a Merry, Merry Christmas. And I want to say that the song that they sang was written by Faith Rivera, who is a longtime friend of our center. And if you're watching Faith, because she every now and then watches and writes me, I know that you felt amazed by how they did your song. So my book, 7 years to get this book done, But this is my galley. That's why it says that. But today is the day that we launch the book. So I'm asking everybody to, if you're going to buy the book, and I assume you are, to go online and purchase your book today, because that first day sales, it launches the book. So I put it on Facebook this morning. You just go on, put in the 5 questions, James Mellon, and this comes up. And there's some beautiful quotes by people like Dr. Ken Gordon, Dr. Jim Lockhart, Mark Nepo, Paul Levy, John Livesey, just some Ricky Byers, just some beautiful quotes on here. This book has been a major labor of love for me. I wrote it, the first draft of this book I wrote on the houseboat with Doug and Corrine Draper. And the following year, our daughter had passed, and I tried to write it again. And I did, but it wasn't right. And it took 5 years, the whole 5 years I've spent rewriting the book. And the 5 questions are really about living your life no matter what shows up. So I don't want to say I hope you like it. I want to say I want you to live it, because it's a book to be lived. And that's what everyone that has read it has said at this point. So I'm excited to take it all around the world and go to book signings and to take it to workshops. I'm going to be keynote speaker in a number of them this coming year, and to really teach what these 5 questions was able to do for me. So there you go. Just bought it? You just bought it? Thank you, Amy. Yes, and so next Sunday, we're going to have a big cake with the cover of the book on the top of the cake, and champagne, and just join us. And we won't have books here for a while, because it takes like 3 weeks for them to get us the books, and it just got released. But you can get your book in like 2 days if you buy it online, which is why we're suggesting you do that.
Are you signing it in the desert on Saturday?
And I'll be signing it in the desert on Saturday night. So if you're in the desert, buy your book now so that you have it by Saturday, when I will be there to sign it. Thank you. Thank you. You got your book, Kirby? Okay, good. Very excited. Okay, I had something else too. What was it? Yes, automatic giver. Doug, could you come up here for a minute? Did you just say uh-oh?
No, I said thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to be up here.
I just want you to explain why it's so important, this automatic giving part.
Well, I think giving...
Talk into the microphone. Yeah.
I'll try.
Okay, go ahead.
I think, first of all, I think giving is what's important, but automatic giving helps us who look at these things at the center know what we can expect to come in next month, next quarter, toward the end of the year, so that we can plan. If we know that people are automatic givers and we can rely on that continued giving throughout the year, it's a lot easier to plan. It's also much easier for us to budget for our expenses next year. So,
and it's better for your blood pressure.
And it's better for my blood pressure, but bottom line, for the giver, it's not whether it's automatic or not, it's just that it's a gift of a meaningful amount, a meaningful percentage of your income. And I urge you to do it automatically.
Great. Thank you, Doug. He didn't know he was coming up here. Okay. Was there anything else I had to report? No. Consciousness on Demand. Is it the two of you? No, it's Steve. So you get, wow, today you get doctor. Are you a doctor as well?
Yes, I am.
Dr. Steve Brabant and Dr. Karen Oxrider. Who's going to be where?
I'm going to be in the meditation room.
Okay, Dr. Karen will be in the meditation room. Dr. Steve will be downstairs in my office. Please join these two very brilliant minds. Bring all of your stuff to them, and they will reveal the truth to you. So I invite you all to stand. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for bringing your consciousness to us. Thank you for swimming in the consciousness of this understanding that right where I am, the entire universe is bubbling up, right, Carol? As time has unfolded me, it has revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. With every step I take, every last breath I make, may I be gracious and kind. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Everybody, love, cover me, light every darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Mindy?
Kindness wash over me, make me a symphony, play every note you can find. Make me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly flow out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance and let my anthem be. Love, cover me, light every darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Oh, love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, cover. Okay, everybody, one word, Dr. Liza. What's the word? Love, 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 love. Oh, love, 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 love. Love, 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 love.
Cover me, cover me.
Love, 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 love. Cover me, yeah. Love, 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 love me, cover me. Oh, love, 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 love.
Here we go, everybody.
Love, love,
Have a great Sunday, everybody.
Have a beautiful week, everybody.
Happy week, Dad.